Hello again from Spokane Arena. I'm Zach Smith along with Matt Sheehan. We're here talking about Michigan State versus Harvard in the NCAA Tournament tomorrow. Matt, one of the big storylines is Tommy Amaker, the head coach of Harvard, used to be at Michigan, and he said that Tom Izzo is one of his best friends outside of his close coaching circle. What do you know about those two and their history?
Yeah, they really are good friends. I mean, Amaker was fired from Michigan, I think, 2007 after kind of a rough go. But Izzo was one of the first people who called him, and Izzo also was really voicing why did they fire him. Amaker came in, sanctioned immediately for all the investigations that U of M went under. So he really had a rough go at Michigan, and that was kind of highlighted with his 3-7 record against Tom Izzo's team. But hey, he's a great coach today. I mean, he's bringing Harvard to the second straight NCAA tournament, and tomorrow should really be a good game.
It really should. And like in the last game, Adrian Payne had a monster game. 41 points, NCAA Michigan State record. It can't get much better for Payne than that. But, he talked today kind of how he can back that up. What did he say?
Yeah, someone asked if he could back that up. But, I mean, really, he doesn't have to. He just said that. And, I mean, anyone can agree with that. MSU has so many weapons. They got Gary Harris, Keith Appling. Travis Trice is now a weapon. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. He should be fine without scoring 41 points a game, especially against Harvard tomorrow. Although I do think he'll go off because Harvard is kind of a shorter lineup compared to Payne. He just doesn't have to do 41 every single game of this tournament.
Now we've got Andrew Mooney from the Harvard Crimson with us to talk about a little bit about Harvard and who Harvard is. Andrew, where does Harvard get their offense from? Obviously Ivy League. What's up with their team? Like, how do they get their offense?
Well, actually, all 5 of their starters average in double figures scoring, so they've got a very balanced offensive attack. From outside, they've got Brandon Curry and Laurent Rivard as their best three-point shooter. Inside, they're going to look for Steve Mondumisi and Kyle Casey, who are two of the big forces inside. And then, the guy who really makes their offense go, the two guys who make their offense go is point guard Siani Chambers, a really quick guard, who will get the ball up in transition, and Wesley Saunders is probably the team's best player, 6'5", swingman, not a great shooter, but really good at getting to the rim, really athletic, really long, a good finisher with both hands.
Now, yesterday Harvard had a very impressive win over Cincinnati. They shut down Sean Kilpatrick, basically, their best player. But MSU is a little different. They got Gary Harris, Brandon Dawson, Adrian Payne, Keith Appling. I mean, Travis Trice scored 19 points yesterday. I mean, how's Harvard going to shut down all those guys?
Yeah, I actually think they'll do an okay job on Harris. Saunders, in particular, has been defending the other team's best perimeter player well all year, and he did a good job on Kilpatrick, as we saw. But I think they're really going to struggle to guard Payne in particular. Their two big guys down low are both about 6'7", and they haven't played anyone the size of Payne all year. And then you add in guys like Appling, who's going to have a few inches on Chambers, and Dawson, who's going to be a handful. I think they're really going to struggle on the defensive end without, a lot of really tough helping defense.
I think Michigan State has too much for Harvard to contain, obviously, like you said, with Payne and Appling. So I think Michigan State's going to kind of roll in this game. What do you think? What do you think outcome-wise?
I've got the Spartans by 10 in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go right with you. Spartans by 10. I think it's going to be 80-70. I think it's going to be high scoring. Adrian Payne, look for him to have 25 points, so I think it's going to explode because just like you said, I mean, 6'7" guys, but Adrian Payne's like 6'10". Yeah. That's going to be really, really, really hard to stop for Harvard tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, from Spokane, I'm Zach Smith with Matt Sheehan and our special guest, Andrew Mooney, signing off.